At Bloomfield Township Public Library, our mission is to spark curiosity and imagination by connecting the community to resources, support, and technology. And we can only do that if we remove barriers to access so that as many people in our community as possible can use our great library. Here at the library, accessibility means making sure that every resident can fully participate in everything that the library has to offer. We are committed to providing residents with disabilities equitable access to our programs, collections, and services. In our youth services departments, we offer Discovery Skills Kits, which are interactive, multi-sensory kits designed to support language, visual, motor, and cognitive development in children. These are especially helpful for our tactile and visual learners, and many children with various learning disabilities benefit from this sort of hands-on exploration of a topic. We also offer story boxes. Now, those pair a picture book with manipulative objects that represent characters, objects, or places in the story. These can be especially helpful for children with visual or language challenges to support their understanding of that story. In addition, we offer speech and language flashcards. We have magazines on a variety of disability-related topics, and we offer children's books in braille, low vision, or large print options.
This is a kit that would fall under our toy collection, which again is more of a combination of toys, games, and assistive technology. This is a C-pen reader. You can use it in a variety of ways. It can translate languages, it can read text out loud, there's a dictionary. You can scan text and it will read it out loud to you.
Asta sat quietly on the exam table.
This is one of the items I'm excited to have in the collection because it is a try before you buy type of thing. These can be expensive, and if it doesn't work for you, I would rather you try the libraries than have to spend all of that money on something that just isn't a good fit. This is one of our Discovery Skills Kits. So this Discovery Skills Kit is intended to help somebody get ready for some first experiences that might be scary, whether they are a toddler or somebody with autism who just needs that extra support. So I have some social stories in here. A social story is pictures with sentences that describe a situation. So this one is going to the movies, and so it has information like phones should be put away as they can be disruptive to other moviegoers. So now I know before I go to the movies that I need to put my phone away. And I have a social story in here for going on an airplane and using a public restroom. And then I have books in here for some other experiences that may be a little intimidating, like going to the dentist, getting your hair cut, going to the doctor. And then I have toys that you can use with the books to practice going to those different places. So a doctor's kit, a dentist kit, and I also have a haircut kit. Again, hair dryer is another thing that's very loud, can be kind of scary. So I can practice having a hair dryer right next to my head. The purpose of this is to explore those first experiences, try to get ready, and this would be great for a toddler who maybe is experiencing these things for the first time, or somebody who has sensory issues, whether it's sensory processing disorder or autism. A lot of these kits can be used by anybody, and that's what I always encourage when somebody is looking at the collection, is I don't want people to be scared by the word accessibility and think, this is not for me, I need to save it for the disability community or somebody who actually needs it. Everybody needs it.
They're practical resource kits geared towards their specific life needs, to help with things like dementia care, retirement resources, stroke recovery, and a lot more. We have one bag that focuses on adult ADHD. It has tools and aids in there specifically to help them thrive. It contains like a description of the kit, a few books, This is the wake up light. So a gradual sort of light to help you, to wake up easily and not be startled. This is a label maker and a gravity timer. Since a lot of the tech tends to be expensive, you can try it before you buy it. We have STEM kits to help people who are interested in science, technology, and things like that. Our STEM kits are for teens and adults. Anyone with an interest in doing things like assembling organ models to see how they work, or exploring electricity with spintronics. The kits take complex ideas, and turn them into like games that you can kind of play with and learn from.
So to check out one of our kits, you just need to have a library card, and it doesn't have to be a Bloomfield Township library card. It can be any library card that works with our system. So if you're a member of the library network, that counts. They go out for 3 weeks, just like books do. In terms of finding a kit, you can always ask a librarian and they can help. If I'm here, I'm always happy to kind of stop what I'm doing and talk to a person who's interested in the kits. And then for the toy kits, I created a toy menu, as I call it, which has a table of contents that kind of puts all of the toys in relation to different skills that they cover.
Accessibility also extends to our programs. We offer monthly sensory story times for children who may have difficulty in large groups or have sensory challenges. For any event, patrons may request accommodations in advance, and we will do our best to meet those accommodation requests. And in our large community room, we even have assistive listening devices available.
We do have screen readers, we have magnifying glasses, we have a computer that people can use that sits in the local history area. The keyboard has keys that are larger, and the screen expands the font so it's easier for people to read.
For our residents who are homebound, we offer library by mail. So this means that library materials can be delivered directly to them through the U.S. Postal Service. And then for people who are visiting our building, we provide motorized wheelchairs, walkers, and other assistive devices so people can navigate our large space more comfortably.
Libraries are one of the few places left that you can go and exist without having to pay for something. With our kits specifically, one of the things I really like about the kits is that you can check them out to test something before you buy it.
We're also open to suggestions and ideas. We welcome that from the public. If there's a tool or a resource that we don't have that people think that we should purchase, we're all ears.
Accessibility is essential to what the library does because we are a true public space. We are funded by the taxpayers of Bloomfield Township, and we want to make sure that we are serving each and every one of those taxpayers, their families. Every resident of Bloomfield Township is an important component of what makes this library a great place.
We think of disability as something that only happens to certain people and maybe something that happens starting at birth, but disability is a wide range of ages and it can happen to anybody, whether it's through injury or development of a medical condition later in life. And that's why it's important for libraries and society in general to increase accessibility services that will ultimately benefit everyone, but especially for a community of people that are often marginalized or pushed to the side.
At the end of the day, we want our community to know that the library belongs to everyone. If someone needs an accommodation, we encourage them to reach out. We're always happy to work together to make the library as welcoming and inclusive as possible.